Good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing I'd like to do is run through the credentials I bring to the table as a candidate for trustee. And the first of those is 37 years of experience as a UK qualified architect. And I've worked with land use bodies, which of course the trust is, all of my career. I've worked with environmental protection agencies, which of course the trust is too, for most of my career. I ran my own ecological design group in the UK. I'm the former chair of the Scottish Ecological Design Association. I've lectured and taught in Britain and Spain to both architects and students in low environmental impact design and construction. And I designed and delivered the first module for teaching to the Royal Corporation of Architects in Scotland in low environmental impact design and construction. So I have a track record in looking after, preserving and protecting our environment that goes back 37 years. I will not sacrifice that on this island. But there are certain things we need to see. And the first is a restoration of the balance in terms of assessing what a healthy environment is. And that's not just a healthy natural environment. It includes social aspects, economic, cultural and physical. We need good governance, and we need that governance to protect the natural environment, but also to be responsive to the needs of the community. We need good administrative and fiscal management. We need trustees who help us feel included through representing us. The maxim, people in place, rather than place before people. We need an end to divisiveness and the sorts of accusations and negative campaigning that's starting already. When we need full community participation in the major decisions that are going to shape our future. Thank you. RAR and affordable housing are essential, and certainly they need to be prioritised, but we also have to look at the management systems and the quality management within the organisation itself and the planning office. If we take one example, and that is SLEG's rezoning application, that has now been running for 7.5 years. Now, I've been involved in land use decisions in 3 continents and very many countries. I find it inexcusable that a land use decision should take 7.5 years and cost a company $400,000 to promote. And they still don't have an answer. Now, those sorts of dysfunctions really must be rooted out of the system. That doesn't mean to say we make the application process easy, but we have to make it efficient. How easy it is depends on how high we raise the bar. And in my view, we want to raise the bar very high. But we're a community. We have to assist each other. And we're not assisting our economy and our other community members by 7.5 years and $400,000. We all know what the problems are. The problems are the same as they were 3 years ago, and probably even 6 years ago. And they're still here in this election, and we have to ask why. Now, if you know the problems, why can't we solve them? There are 2 reasons, I think. The first reason is that the will isn't there, and the second reason is that people are afraid of the alternative. But in my view, it's not a risk. It really is not a risk. We can bring good management to this island within the trust structure. We will still have 2 trustees that will represent us at Trust Council. But we can get accountability, transparency, oversight, inclusiveness, responsiveness, and the rule of law. And that's all we're asking for an opportunity to do. So I would ask you to vote for Mark and I, and that's what we'll deliver.